Welcome back, ladies and gents, to Face the TV, and we have more action. We've got Nuke between cArn and lidde's Fnatic. They are standing in for Olofmeister and Crims currently, and they're playing against Copenhagen Wolves. It was a bit of an easy match on Mirage, as you kind of would expect.
Apparently, we thought one of the two missing players was coming back from the for the second game. Apparently, they're not. Maybe second match, who knows? But for this game, at least, it's cArn and lidde. They will continue. Actually, I think we knew they were playing this whole match, but there we go. Again, as we said, we want to see Fnatic start on the CT side here, because
that will make it competitive.
Yeah,
that will make it. Well, hopefully, in theory, that will make it competitive. Yeah.
Although, again, it depends on how complex their drills are on the T side as well. You never know; they may surprise us. But fingers crossed.
The Danes are always good on Nuke, though. They're always good on Nuke. So I'm afraid for Fnatic. They better win themselves a knife. Did they win the knife? I think they.
I'm not sure if it's happened.
I'm not sure if I'm not sure if the knife happened yet, because sometimes we're not privy to the
sometimes
the particulars
we get
of the knife.
Post knife, but hopefully we're pre knife.
What do you prefer, James?
I knew you were going to. I knew you were going to say that. I was going to say it. I thought he's going to say it, so I'm not going to say anything.
I'm a post knife man myself.
You're a post knife man.
Yeah, get out of the way.
I'm a pre knife. I like to get the knife in.
Get the knife in. Yeah. You're about the knife. You have a stat track gut knife or something, right? It's got like hundreds of kills on it, thousands.
5,500 kills.
I don't even have a knife with 5,500 kills on it. I know you go into like the surf maps and you just
surf deathmatch. Yeah. So it's not like a normal surf server where you're actually trying to achieve something. You just fly around and kill people basically. But I only use a knife because it's too easy to shoot them with a pistol. So I kind of turned the surf map into a knife trolling server because people get knifed so often that they just join in on the fun. I've changed the culture.
You changed the status quo.
Deathmatch server.
Okay, well, this.
If you want to know what it is, tweet me. I'll give you IP.
So Fnatic will start on the CT side as we go into the pistol. That is very good for them. So they just need to start things off well and win the pistol here and get the ball rolling. Obviously, Copenhagen Wolves, very good team overall with their full lineup, unlike Fnatic. So it's going to be they're going to have a confident time no matter what, because they know that Fnatic are weak right now compared to their usual form, having their full lineup. But lidde has been on point though with the individual skills. He's got great aim. His execution on the fragging has been really good so far. So that's certainly not to question. But Copenhagen Wolves going in for a quick play here through ramp, able to pick up a single entry onto pronax. There's more players to find though, and MSL's the man to find them. And they go for this retake here onto the lower site. It's just flusha and lidde left to try to save this now with a minute left to play, and all of a sudden Copenhagen Wolves decide to switch gears and go up to hell right now for a drop onto the upper site. And there you go, lidde now. It's on the angle. Got no armor though. But, oh, this might be nice. Oh, hey. that was brutal. lidde with the sickest nade, and that could make the difference now as he's going to pick off some heads as well. lidde, great play so far. Going to get the last two really weak here. He's against them both alone, but no. MSL picks up another frag, and that's 3 for him, I believe. So MSL,
I missed,
with a really good start to that round, and that's going to put Fnatic down.
Do you know what this situation reminds me of?
No.
Have you seen Casino Royale?
Yes.
Okay. You know when the American poker player goes to the English one, he's like, "You got to help me here. I'm bleeding chips." You know, that's what I feel. That's what I feel like. They needed to get all these headshots in a pistol round, but it weren't enough. And Copenhagen Wolves take a significant lead. lidde though with the deagle, looking to rip some faces off. Also shoot some teeth out of some jaws.
That's a really random reference, I gotta say.
There's nobody to find.
Friis able to take down flusha on the outside. That's a nice pick off there. You have head armor on some of the players, not all of them. You managed to find one of them that didn't. And now we have Friis trying to find more action here with the USP. And this is great because he's just getting the information for his team, and he's a worthy sacrifice here. Now they know what's going on outside. But look at that. SLTV gets caught off guard thanks to the distraction provided by JW. It's not going to amount to too much though, except now we are in a 2-on-3, and with MSL and HUNDEN quite low, perhaps with this PT50 and cArn can find some extra damage as they move together though. That's going to make it much more difficult for Fnatic. as they make their way once again to hell to go up the ladder for that drop. And pronax does find the kill into MSL. Just the 2 healthy players left over now for Copenhagen Wolves, and this has been pretty fantastic. cArn actually is going to find himself a Galil on the outside.
Ooh, can he get into vent in time to stop the plant? I think he can. Flash as well. They're going to plant the bomb though. HUNDEN manages to get it down, that smoke plant. Now things are going to get difficult here for the CTs. 29, 15 HP on these 2 players.
Oh, their positions are too good now. Copenhagen Wolves looking really strong. And look, both playing behind doors. There is surely no way that cArn can actually pull this off now. If they play this perfectly, he should never be able to get a shot in, as they just toy with him constantly. You can see him struggling to handle this situation and just trying to get himself out of here with the Galil and the armor. There you go. That's really smart there by cArn, knowing when he's beat.
I think he's dead.
And no, he can survive here, but it's gonna hurt a little bit. Oh, actually, it doesn't hurt at all. So there you go. It did hurt HUNDEN though, and cArn does survive. So good job by him.
He did the best he could do in a bad situation.
Yeah, he did. He did the best he could do. So yeah, are you a Daniel Craig person then? Who's your favourite Bond?
Sean Connery.
He's manly man.
My poker avatar online is Sean Connery. That's all we need to say about that.
British Bond, so
He's the best. Should be Scottish.
So once again, Copenhagen Wolves looking good. Only JW here with a weapon worth noting for Fnatic with the Galil that was saved by cArn. And Copenhagen Wolves slowly working their way in. They got Friis, who's got the Mac 10, looking to move in first here to be the bait. And there you go, that's exactly what he does. And the rest of them come in as the cleanup crew, and they have no problems at all. But Fnatic have players in all the right positions at the moment. And once again, Copenhagen Wolves say, alright, well, we're just going to go up the ladder then, and onto the upper side. So all 3 rounds end up like this, in fact. And all 3 rounds also ended up as a victory here for Copenhagen Wolves. Going to get the bomb down. They can try to go for some damage here, maybe get some better guns.
Yeah, they've got next to nothing to lose here. JW has a Galil, but there's no armor on him. Definitely just wants to try and get some cash for later round. He could obviously throw this gun over to somebody else, so it looks like he's going to take more of a passive position and leave his teammates to get some frags in. Lidde is just a beast with these pistols. He's finally going to go down to 2 players, but he's topping the board for his team. Again, only round 3 here, but demonstrating some really good aim. JW will survive, as will pronax, but only with a Mac 10 that he doesn't manage to reach in time, so that was a bit of a faux pas. Could have just thrown it to him after the round. I think they were trying to save 2 guns, but there was not enough time on the clock there.
Yeah, now we get the full buy coming in from Fnatic, so they're going to be able to actually put in a good defense here. But again, it's really a spot where they're going to make sure that they start turning the tides again, because when they get to their T half, it's already bad enough playing T on Nuke. They're playing T on Nuke with 2 stand-ins, that's a whole other story. So, and you can see that they got limited nades here. This is something that Copenhagen Wolves can understand if they've been reading the economy properly, and they should understand how this works by now. They know that Fnatic don't have many nades to play with. You can see that how few they have. Just a few flashbangs down, 1 smoke on cArn to re-smoke for ramp right here, and then that's it. No more smokes. So Copenhagen Wolves can play this slow and for picks, but they are down a man. Only moving outside now to get some map control. But there's pronax over the top of the smoke. Doesn't get a kill. I'm going to flash out for teammates who are on secret. We've got 2, I think, in that area who can peek out. There's flusha from Garage. Takes down 1. They get 1 out secret as well, and that is outside. Completely cleaned up there by Fnatic. Really well done. Really well done. Just leaving MSL left alive. Can he get any damage done here now with the AK-47? One duel is a very precarious place, and MSL now after just 1 duel is left crippled, and that will be the end of him. So it's a really good round. Again, that's the reason why. Do you remember when we were seeing that for the first time? I think in December when they looked really good. They would always smoke the outer catwalk. And if the outer catwalk had been smoked in that round, so pronax cannot see over the smoke, then he doesn't get the information, he doesn't get the flash necessarily, and his teammates don't know what's up, and he doesn't get a potential kill. All for the cost of 1 single smoke, James.
Yeah, bad work if you can get it.
And yeah,
we may see an eco push here to try and get a vent dive. Distraction being run outside, maybe to draw the main players away. Trying to run out of bullets there. I think the last man's got the bomb. AcilioN. Can he get the plant in time though? No chance. He is up against too many players. Nice side. This wasn't meant to happen on that occasion.
But the funny thing that I noticed also about when we saw those smokes from that is that the only other team I saw do it consistently all the time. Can you guess which team it was?
The catwalk smoke.
Yeah.
I know Hellraisers used to do the wall smokes on the ground, but they used to do the catwalk one as well?
They actually started doing the catwalk smokes at the same time as well.
Oh, okay.
And I wonder if it's Blade's influence. It must be. But look at that, they're all just going to go for a crazy all-out rush outside. Find flusha, who's out of position, and now they are on T-Red, trying to push further, but Fnatic have reacted, so they have positions, and Copenhagen will smartly actually fall back. This is really cool right now, because they've fallen back with an advantage on the numbers, left a couple players there, and they can always go for the wall of smokes. But here we go, very brave JW in for a pick there onto Friis. Gets another one onto SMF, and all of a sudden, oh, there it is, lidde coming in as well. And this setup from Fnatic is explosive outside. They take down all the players. And now it's just MSL left again, just alone. He's found himself in this spot once before, just against a few players on the upper site. And this time it's even worse, he's only got Galil.
Yeah, and the bomb is miles away to Boots. cArn's going to shoot him in the side of the head. That's a closed casket funeral for MSL as Fnatic bring this to 3-3. Money looking very healthy indeed, but it's still very early on, just reaching midway point of the first half. So many rounds for Fnatic to try not to be broken on. Copenhagen Wolves finding themselves on an eco once again. Should have a healthy buy after this round. Let's see if they can get the bomb plant to Boots.
Alright, so eco in again. However, they do have 3 rounds already, so that's nice, but...
Ooh, cArn, that is dirty.
Yep, through the smoke. And they're going to get flanked. Knifed, maybe? Oh, I think he wanted the knife, but not going to happen. Alright, so 4-3. Fnatic cleaning up a little bit, but Copenhagen Wolves, really, they just have to get 4 or 5 rounds, and they are really fine. They're really sorted. So Fnatic have to try to find a way to avoid that, and flusha's going to pick up the AWP. James, explain.
That does not look like a timing thing at all. So where is JW playing? Because we often see him playing Squeaky, but he's just playing... I mean, I wonder if this is an adjustment because of the lineup. So obviously JW is very different AWPer to flusha, who I expect will be more solid in comparison. So I think they're just going for a solid AWPer as opposed to a JW style AWPer, because they may not have the support from his teammates that he normally would. Good start here for Fnatic. lidde getting a second frag through the smoke on SMF. Pronax following up with AcilioN after lidde goes down. And this looks like another solid round here for Fnatic. Again, MSL does have the bomb. He could get a pick and a plant here. He's found the spot. Can he find the face? No, it will be Pronax who shoots him and leaves him lying next to a fire extinguisher. Undignified death there.
That's how I would go. That's how I want to go.
Next to a fire extinguisher?
Yeah.
Would you want to be buried with it though? That's the question. Would you want to be buried holding it?
Yeah, why not? Why, you never know when you need one. If you're going down to hell, if you think you're going to hell, maybe a fire extinguisher could be useful.
Do your best,
on the way down. Yeah. Alright, so flusha still AWPing again. That is a weird setup for Fnatic, but I think they're just having fun, as much fun as possible with this as well. All playing different roles.
I really think that the purpose of flusha playing the AWP is just for being a solid style of AWP, as opposed to the style that JW plays, which would not be fitting for this lineup.
It's just passive angle holding.
It's adjustments.
Adjustments, if you
James.
James?
James. They call me James.
They call you James.
Yeah.
That's a funny yoke. Alright, here we go. We got cArn once again holding down.
I can't do this.
You can't be party to this. Alright, cArn has been holding down ramp. He's still actually locked down ramp as well. They can't breach through, but they are finding openings elsewhere on the map. That's a 3-on-3 now for them, as we are seeing outside go to the hands of Copenhagen Wolves. And they still have 38 seconds left to play with, so they can work with this a little bit. You can see them now on upper, these players. And that's going to be the bomb down. AcilioN planting that one. Going to get caught on the side, though, as pronax runs through the smoke. You don't expect that. Picks up a quick second. MSL left alone again. This time with the bomb down against 2 players. They know where he is. He's opened the door, but what a quick frag on lidde. And pronax has to try to go for this now against MSL. We've seen this happen. This is very, very classic, this situation. 1-on-1 after plant on Nuke.
Oh dear, he's got no time.
So, just gonna waste more than enough time and secure the round there. So well done to him. And that's going to be another round there for Copenhagen Wolves, and that's 4 rounds in 10. That's good going for them.
Yeah, absolutely cannot complain. Probably hoping for more based on this lineup, but Nuke is still a difficult map no matter who is playing. So we've got this mixed bag coming out for Copenhagen Wolves. Again, there's a lorry on the motorway, fell on its side, all these guns fell out and they just grabbed them and ran. In the meantime, we have the full buy coming out for the CT side. And this time it's going to be JW with the AWP, and he is playing it in the ramp area. And flusha is just going to be rolling outside with a substandard M4.
Substandard, please.
Not standard as opposed to substandard. Sounded good. Didn't make any sense.
Sounds like my casting. Alright. So Copenhagen Wolves just buying some time at the moment. Or biding their time, rather. Whilst they allow
what if you could buy time? I think it'd break the game.
I think everyone would hate Navi. Okay, so here we go. Got pronax on top of how able to defend against this quick upper push, and doesn't seem to smooth this upper execute in from Copenhagen Wolves. Didn't really have the nades behind that, and Fnatic just decided to clean that one up quite easily, as Friis is going to back away towards hell. Now, if they don't know where he is, he might be able to cause some extra damage. But it's going to be very difficult to recover this bomb, let alone have a chance to win the round. So damage is really a good objective here. As the economy, if we just do a very quick check, definitely could use some dents in it. And they can maybe even force an eco out. If he's able to get 2 frags, he even can recover the bomb. They've all left the bomb. And he's going to get a plant.
Oh, Fnatic.
This is a huge miscommunication here from Fnatic. Friis gets a quick kill from main, and now things get worrying. Friis in lobby. There's actually 2 players. He's going to hear them running. Friis going to find himself. Oh, he gets 2 frags. This is ridiculous now. flusha going for the defuse. Friis knows exactly where he is. He's spraying him down, and he's just going for the hold. So brave from flusha. So brave. But how in the hell, how in God's name was he able to not only plant the bomb, but get 3 kills? James, explain.
I can only assume they expected them all to save. So they all expected him to save. But someone should have been guarding the bomb, at least from heaven. And it looks like an ISIS party in that bomb site.
Someone. We should make a YouTube series. James explains.
Okay, so still a reasonable amount of money on Fnatic's side. But again, it is 6-4, and it's not a good score. And Rec 9 is not going to help things either. AcilioN takes out 2, but he is going to have a bomb landing in his head like it's a basket, which will send him packing. But the man advantage continues here for CPH Wolves. Only lidde and cArn, the 2 subs. What are they going to do here?
Well,
Dan, talk to me. What's going to happen?
cArn is going to go up the ladder. He's going up the ladder,
talk
James!
To me, Dan.
And he's killing dudes. All the dudes. All the dudes are dying right now as cArn is up on heaven. But he needs more time.
He has got time. He's got a kit as well.
Oh, look at that smooth moves sliding down the... He slid.
That was a GoPro moment.
Didn't even get any splinters from that. That looks splintery as well.
Oh.
That bit of wooden board. cArn is just trying to play with the... oh, he's got... Oh, and can't take down HUNDEN in time. It's a good effort. But he did go down the end. And the problem is that they can't lose rounds like that. Again, the Tech 9, as you said, just rolling up and taking down 2 players around main.
From out of nowhere. AcilioN.
Pretty much.
Tech 9 out of nowhere. Right.
Full buy.
You have to expect Copenhagen Wolves to post a solid CT round. Although, if Fnatic can win the right rounds here, then anything could happen. And again, flusha with just ruthless aggression. We saw it on the previous map, we see it on this map as well. He's getting the early picks here for his team. They need an early advantage. He is getting naded into high heaven right now.
AcilioN going to fight back though, takes down lidde. And outside is challenged. Pronax in a bit of an exposed spot, has to fall back away from Cat. He's got no teammates to support him just there yet. So Friis going to make his way in slowly and surely as the smokes are covering. And we don't have anybody in lobby here, so going through main is not really an option. So going to drop down into cArn's position. He's holding secret pretty well there, and Friis takes down pronax. It's actually a big frag right now because it's a 2-on-3 in favor of the Danes as they hold their aggression. They have 40 seconds, and in taking down pronax towards the back, that actually does give them the options if they want to actually go towards A here. So that would actually be a smart choice for them. If they stick together, they can pull this one off. But we do have a player in main. Oh, Friis caught with his nade out. There's no one there to trade for him. And cArn sprints upwards. MSL able to take down JW. And again, cArn's in this position, but this time it looks so much stronger for him. Takes down the bomb, and now AcilioN is going to give the information to MSL. He knows exactly where he is. In goes the nade. That's good damage here. Oh, and the reload almost caught out there by MSL. But he has to go for the plant. There is no time. It's too late. So cArn has done it, and he's going to try to kill him after the time. But he himself will die. Almost falls down. That would have been awesome. I would pay to see that. I love the ragdoll.
The ragdoll is awesome.
I want low gravity
ragdoll. Best assisting actor.
Yeah.
Supporting actor is what I meant to say. JW finally back on the Mag 7. We've seen him play Squeaky with this weapon before. I expect he'll go up the ladder, but where will he stop? He has been playing Hut, I think, as opposed to Squeaky. And indeed, he's gonna set up shop, set up camp, get the stove out, bake beans, get some milk on the boil. Oh, that's a bad time to jump down from the hut. Gets naded to 64 HP. Manages to put a smoke down there, which will stop the advance, at least for the time being. Again, Fnatic 2 rounds up, but they should be much further here on the TC side. cArn going to go for a peek. Nobody flashing in for him or anything. Just going to straight walk and have a look towards radio. Going to get taken out, and that's going to give the T's control of the ramp area. You can see Fnatic not even going to contest it. Just going to try and hold what little they have left of map control. flusha just poking, prodding through those smokes. Not connecting with anything. Copenhagen Wolves still with a one-man advantage. 40 seconds on the clock here as they're just taking more and more map control. You can still see the bomb on the ramp with a supporting player by the name of HUNDEN. The remaining 3 players pushing towards B. So it's going to be a pincer movement. Fnatic going in for the flank. Can they get the bomb down? That's the question.
Well, they have the player advantage, the health advantage. Do Copenhagen Wolves. Bomb going to be going down. MSL's covered here by his teammates. This is no problem at all. And they get a good post plant. They have long. They have everything. So Fnatic may even consider just playing for exits right now and or even falling back entirely because let's check their money real quick. Boom. They are broke. They're busto.
Where's the cash? Show me the money.
There is no money.
Jeremy Maguire nowhere to be seen right now. They saved these 3 guns. Maybe they can drop for the remaining 2 plays. We shall have to see how much cash they are on the receiving end of and how much flusha can claim. Not much at all. He'll make a run for it. No more dying on either side. Looking at the money on the CT side, wow, that is ropey indeed. That is pretty ropey. Their money is like the equivalent to eating an entire box of Jacob's crackers and having no glass of water afterwards. Their throats are dry, Dan. They're in need and there's no help to be seen. Last 2 rounds of the first half here. 7-6 in favour of Fnatic. This is like a... I don't know, this is not a nuke score. We're all aware of that.
Oh yeah. This is what we were afraid of as well. And that's a good pre-fire, or rather spam, there by HUNDEN. Through the smoke, going to pick up one. They're going to go aggressive, picks up HUNDEN with the deagle. He's actually been super on point with the deagle, generally speaking, as lidde so far. But down to 13 health, and does get killed. MSL going to roll in to Squeaky, and JW now wants a piece of the action. Going to go in, Squeaky as well. Finds himself MSL. Bomb gets taken down momentarily as all the players are spotted there. JW, I don't think he wants to smoke anything off right now. He just wants to get the kills.
They need the kills. They need frags.
All the frags. And so far we have a bit of a standoff here. Is Copenhagen Wolves very aware of the aggression? What? That's free. That was confusing. None of the bullets connected there. That's really weird. It looked like they should go through there, but they just didn't. Either way, JW's last one standing. This side, Copenhagen Wolves going to pick up their 7th round at the moment, unless JW can do something magical. As he can pull out a miracle. So he won't get taken down. Going to lounge on top of the vent.
As they say in Quake, Dan, you are tied for the lead.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Thank you very much.
You are tied for the lead.
You are tied for the lead. We used to say pie. We used to replace lead with pie. And say you are tied for the pie. You have taken the pie.
Where's the pie?
You have lost the pie.
Where's the pie? Who is the pie? Where did the pie come from?
We were fans of pies, Dan.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I'm not gonna go further, please. All right. So the scrappy buy coming in from Fnatic as their backs are against the wall here. Once again, just going a bit aggressive, and then you can see how they've been desperate the last few rounds, running into the basically the defense of Copenhagen Wolves as they just let them come to them. And once again, it's the same story. They're trying to close the distance with these pistols, with the scouts. It's not working out for them, and it's going to be the end of the first half momentarily here. As Lidgren snaps the neck of MSL, though, to try to make things happen for his team. Picks up the AK, so maybe, just maybe, they can win this last round.
He needs to throw the AK to flusha because with only one shot, he can take out SMF and or HUNDEN with that Deeg right now. flusha's just rolling on Nuke with a scout. It's a sad situation. Lidde demonstrated some really good aim. They are against 3, and they're all walking in perfect unison.
It wouldn't surprise me if Lidde was actually top fragging for Fnatic right now. Yeah, he is. Oh, he's tied. He's tied for the lead. With
He is
pronax.
tied for the lead.
With pronax.
Ooh.
The in-game leader. Oh!
Ah, so much information. Just you saw the scope gave his position away.
Yep. So 8 rounds on the T side of Nuke. Copenhagen Wolves are really happy because it feels like Christmas for them. They managed to face off against Fnatic when they were not with Crims and not with Olafmeister.
It's a hollow victory though, isn't it?
Well, I mean,
it's an important victory for them because we are in the group stage of the SLTV. You know, these points, it's not going to win them the whole tournament, but it will go good way, so they can't be complaining.
No,
I feel like Fnatic were maybe a bit too aggressive in the wrong ways towards the ramp area in the last half. Again, peeking coming in without the flashbangs from the teammates, etc. Just the small edges that you need on the CT side.
Yeah. Uh-oh. SMF on the pistol here, going to get challenge falls back. And we've seen this from him before, actually. He's really good with all these set nades. And look at how Copenhagen Wolves react. They're really quick for the rotate. And this is exactly how Nuke works. If you're the CT side, it should feel like, for the Ts, that you're always fighting against 5 players. That's the effect you want to bring about with the fast rotations that are possible. And Copenhagen Wolves are definitely very good here, and of course this is going to be their pick. We know Fnatic generally on Nuke, it's not really a map for them. They are Mirage monsters, especially, well, when they have their full lineup, that makes sense. But here we go, Fnatic now just trying to find themselves a quick kill as they move through position to position, trying to force rotations, but Copenhagen Wolves now assaulted on the lower site. SMF picks up one, looking to open the door when he hears that plant get dropped. But here it is, he's got the support, and that's a great angle. Finds pronax, Friis onto flusha as well. There's 2 players left now for Fnatic. A 1-player disadvantage for them as Copenhagen Wolves look to be taking this one so far. And there it is, the last 2 frags coming in. And a defuse also will follow. So Copenhagen Wolves take the pistol as well. When you thought it couldn't get worse for Fnatic, it just did.
Let's not forget, people, following this game, if this does go 2-0, we will see Fnatic versus Gplay. We'll see if they can get any more of their members back. I believe Olafmeister is sick. Picked up some viruses at LAN, shaking too many hands. People with bad hygiene, Dan.
I know, it's atrocious. And you know what? Gplay yesterday, if you guys missed it, yesterday Gplay almost beat Envy. Okay, it wasn't LAN, it was online, but still, they almost beat Envy, so that's scary, is it not?
They were pretty damn close.
A Bulgarian team almost beating, arguably.
Fnatic charging through the vents here. Challenging SMF on the ramp area. 2 versus 4. The bomb is not going to go down after all. flusha is the only one remaining. Ooh, MSL comes up and gets shot back down, whack-a-mole style. Still alive though, but with all of 7 HP. Got to be careful now because SMF, MSL, both vulnerable, and flusha definitely looking to exploit them.
He just wants to get the damage in.
He's all about exploiting. HUNDEN on the ramp here is holding the wrong angle. He must not know that his position has been compromised. The question is, will flusha look in the right direction? He's got to be careful of yellow to his left. You can see he's going to clear that now. Now going to clear his right and take HUNDEN out, shoot him in the side of the head. 40 seconds remaining versus 3. One in the vent area. And I think we may see a second peek from behind Silo. You can see MSL's hiding there. In fact, there's 2 behind Silo, and they all come out at the same time.
I love how they set up for a triple peek. That is really awesome.
That is very nice indeed.
That's the best thing I've seen all day, James.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know what else you've seen all day though, Dan. What are you comparing it to? What's on your tier list of things Dan has seen today? Are you taking notes?
I was in a steam room today. Praise Lord Gaben in the steam room, and that was pretty good. But that was better.
All right. So either it wasn't pretty good, or you're a massive nerd. It is round 18. Copenhagen Wolves with a 3-round advantage here on the CT side. You have to favour them for taking this series 2-0 here against a weakened Fnatic team with 2 subs. cArn and lidde.
And here is the slow walk down long now from the outside. And this is going to be really good if they actually can keep long. They can just like hold down vents as well, get the smokes in the right places. They can make this work. But SMF is in position. In fact, Copenhagen Wolves just generally are in position to deal with this. And already the spray comes down, not letting them in the site. That's a great incendiary there from SMF again, looking close to picking up another. They cannot get in the site. This is buying time for the rotation to come into play here for Copenhagen Wolves. As once again, it's looking good for them. But in comes cArn with 3 frags, one after another. Great plays from him as he goes one-on-one against HUNDEN all of a sudden, out of nowhere. And things just got real here for Fnatic. As there is 30 seconds left, the bomb's down, now picked up by cArn, but he's got to plant it. He has no smoke, so he's going to feel very vulnerable right now in this situation. Going to have to try to bait out HUNDEN to suss out his location. Or is he just going to go for the hold here? Does bait out initially, and now he's going to have to go for the plant because he's run out of time. HUNDEN is lurking in the vents, and this is something that cArn knows. Looking for the quad kill, looking for the clutch, and he gets it, cArn! Excellent work by the man. 4 frags, what a save. And Copenhagen Wolves didn't know what hit him.
Yeah, cArn with a huge 4K there, all over that round, like white on rice. Keeping Fnatic in this game for the time being at least. They're going to have the bye versus Copenhagen's dry buy, very dry buy indeed. Just the pistols here, 2 CZs. Not much else going on. The question is, can Fnatic find them, eliminate them with minimal damage taken? Pranak's going to smoke off the ramp, which will allow them to look over to the CT side. But it's going to be AcilioN getting the first frag here for his team. Things going to be evened up, and then Fnatic will take the advantage. However, flusha has to be very, very careful indeed. Pranak's throwing a bomb back just so they don't leave it. Sorry, lose it in an awkward position. Getting the first frag, but he gets tagged down to 3 HP. He's going to move back, allow lidde to clean things up. So good decision making there by Fnatic, putting the players with more health forward. Now that MSL's position has just been exposed, one will get planted very quickly. Battle rages on outside. flusha will win it eventually. So just about Fnatic getting their way through the anti-eco round. Pronax and flusha 3 and 6 HP respectively. Going to bring things to 9-10, but still a very, very long way to the top. 7 rounds away from bringing this to a 3rd game.
Yeah, this is actually not looking too bad for Fnatic. If they can keep rounds like that happening off of the back of that awesome clutch from cArn, maybe they can pull something surprising here. But Friis now on the outside with the AWP, and there goes one. Many more as well. And they might not like the choice to go outside now that Friis is locking it down. You can see they abandoned Silo straight away. So what would have been a bit of an outside push seems to have turned into something else here as they make their way into lobby. Looking to push SMS position. He's going to drop down again. Toss over the smoke, I would think. And Friis can now try to stop any approach from ramp to hell. So they have a good perimeter set up around the players from the T side here. They have ramp, but they've allowed them to, and they've set up around it.
Yeah, the question is, Fnatic still have like a minute on the clock, so they still have some decision making to do. They can sit on the control of this ramp. In fact, they are going to just completely abandon it, but I don't think Copenhagen Wolves will be peeking too much anytime soon. So it's going to be a four-pronged assault onto the A site here. We've got the counter flashes coming in from CPH Wolves, but timing was off there. Fnatic weren't ready to push just yet, and that's going to give them a strong control of this site now. Bit of commotion as they try to plant the bomb. We've got one player in heaven for the CTs. SMF, can he come up at the right time? Tries to wallbang, but Lidde still with 49 HP. Friis looking to punish movement here, and there's a first frag onto pronax. One-man advantage now for the CTs as they try to retake this site.
They're going to come in and get taken down, and AcilioN, SMF and Friis clean up the remainder of the Swedish team as we have a defuse and another round for them. And how is the money, James, now after that plant?
2 more I have to buy here for the CTs. I think they may require drops from teammates, so not going to be spectacular. And with only 11 rounds on the board, there is still time for Fnatic to break the CTs and put them back on the eco. And the more they can do that, the better chance they have of taking a lead in this second game, possibly the last game of this best of 3.
Friis in a very deep position here on the outside, going to find himself potentially the frag, but no, he does get spotted, and that is meaning that he's going to be susceptible to nades now. They all know where to look. He needs support to get out of there. That's really important right now because Fnatic, if they can take outside, and Friis is a dead man, but going to have the frags coming in one apiece now. As Friis is behind the smoke. Again, needs to be careful here. His position is known by Fnatic. As they make their way outside, upper for that quick push. And there is a HUNDEN on heaven. So he's able to toss in some nades to get some delay going. But pronax has main smoked off. He's got his cover. He's going to be able to plant that. And now he's going to put the clock on the CTs. As we have the rest of his team now setting up around him. Things are looking really good now for the Swedes. And then comes SMF from the back, able to take down JW. That's going to be a quick entry to Hut. pronax has to worry about heaven, main, Hut. He doesn't know where to look right now. And HUNDEN throws death upon him. And that is not a good way to go. Looks like he's reaching his arm out to shake hands, but you love your death cams, don't you?
I do. It's nice to have a top-down view of someone who's just been annihilated by a hail of bullets or grenades.
You didn't take a screenshot though?
No, it wasn't a screenshot worthy.
Alright.
You need a nice angle on the face to get a screenshot.
Alright.
Maybe that can be the next video.
How to take pictures.
How to take good screenshots.
The dead dudes.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
We should tweet them.
It's kind of weird.
Alright. 12-9 now in favour of CPH Wolves. And with that one round, it really puts them more than one step forward to taking this match. Nice clean up there. Golden 13th round now.
Scouts on cArn. cArn used to hate scouts. He used to be super against scouts, but I think he must have changed his mind. Although it's going to JW, so maybe JW is just one really bad.
Well,
so
you mean when you say he hates scouts just overall, or he hates the idea of the jumping scout?
I think he used to hate the idea. This is a long time ago, but he used to hate the idea of a scout, generally speaking. But of course, the scout's obviously much better than it used to be.
Scout's beast.
It's much better now, but
in previous games, it was completely accurate without a scope in the middle of your screen.
Yeah.
And if you're good enough, you didn't.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that was really fun. So just a slow round whilst they wait up the smokes here, and then they're going to go through for the push, trying to get their way into that ramp area, shimmying their way through those choke points, and they are going to find themselves once again with the control. But we've seen this from Copenhagen Wolves over and over again. SMF just drops down, he smokes, and he wanders off into the lower bomb site, and they allow them to take this position. And the rest of his team is going to be setting up on Hell. You can probably see that Friis will move over there soon enough because there's no cover on Hell. So that if the Seeds go towards ladder room, they are going to have a coverage of that as well. So Friis, there he is. He's got the angle on it. So right now, Copenhagen Wolves ready for all eventualities, but it's a quick switch onto the upper bomb site. Here it goes. cArn in with a frag leader as well. The two subs versus Friis and SMF to try to save this round. SMF on the lower bomb site at the moment.
Oh,
and
so is the bomb.
Oh dear. Oh my god, you never would have expected that. That is game changing right there. 10 seconds left. Good luck, Lidde. Going to go straight for the plant. There's no other way because SMF is not going to peek him until he hears that bomb planting. And there it is. Round for the CTs. And SMF, will he add insult to injury? Will he go for the kill? Oh, he got the kill as well. That's brutal. Lidde's got no money. What, $13.50? What do you buy with $13.50?
This is a terrible world we live in, Dan. It's a terrible world full of horrible, spiteful people who shoot you after clocks run out. Where's the sportsmanship, Dan? Where's the gentlemanly agreements? Where are the stripy trousers? Where's the tweed? Where's the tweed, Dan?
There is no tweed.
There's no tweed.
There is no tweed. In Counter-Strike. In my third cast ever for Face It, I was wearing a tweed jacket. It didn't belong to me though.
Really?
Yeah.
You were rolling with a tweed jacket?
Oh yeah, man.
In the filthy streets of London?
No, in Milan.
The filthy streets of Milan?
In the filthy streets of Milan. Alright, so 2 rounds for Copenhagen Wolves, and almost waiting for the go to new lag at this point. But flusha going to pick off HUNDEN, and that's going to be a good opening for them. But AcilioN just runs out. He just runs out exposed, does get the trade, and SMF once again. You can see the usual shenanigans from him. Has practiced those angles, and then they go into the Molotov straight on through. They don't care. But AcilioN, he's got long. Look at his position. Picks up the head of lidde, and now they're just going to barrel into him, and they lose another man. So it's all on flusha now. Oh, sorry, cArn again to pull this one together for his team.
He's got 30 seconds to clutch it out. And this looks fairly unwinnable because Friis is on ramp and MSL is in vents. So they have a fast rotation. Oh, MSL's backing up, in fact. He is backing up to the A bomb site going towards the hut area. So, oh, he spotted him, but not going to get the better of the shots.
Come on, that's got to be a screenshot. Yes. Oh, I think you missed it.
I got it. I got it.
Oh, you got it.
Yep.
Nice.
It's all me.
That was pretty cool. cArn was just like got his arm on the windowsill.
Okay, so we're looking. Copenhagen Wolves are on the brink of a 2-0 here. Do you have an opinion of this match?
Well, Fnatic play with 2 subs, so
that's it, really, right?
You can't really have much of an opinion out on the match.
No.
It's the same thing with Fnatic. They're not going to feel like they're going to feel fine with this because they're like, well, we had to play with 2 subs, and they're not going to have expectations with that. They're not going to feel bad about the result. No one will. I mean, it's just one of those. It's just one of those spots where they. I mean, just it is what it is, right? Right.
It is what it is. Sometimes these things happen, guys. I just hope that if you had your Asimovs on this bet, you switched to the people from Denmark. And I'm sure a lot of people didn't. But don't rage at the players for this. This is the risk you take. This is the choice you make. Run out of rhymes right there.
All right. So, do we have any idea what is causing this this pause here? Because we are on essentially what could be last round.
internet.
Friis internet.
Yeah.
And they're 1 round away from taking this best of 3. So
Fnatic versus Gplay. Do you think it's going to be better or worse for Fnatic than this has been so far?
I think it'll be much worse for Fnatic actually, because I feel like Gplay have been slowly increasing their level. And the thing is that Gplay play a lot differently to Copenhagen Wolves as well. Gplay, it feels like Gplay have less individual skill sometimes. It really does, and they've got less options on an AWPer. We see it bubble AWPing, but he's not as much of an AWPer as Friis. There's no way, like he's not close to that. So he AWPs specifically certain situations, and otherwise they just rely upon is really good strategies and team plays, and they got tactics and drills. I feel like that's the worst thing for Fnatic to run into, really.
I agree.
Because at least this way with Copenhagen Wolves, the way they're playing some of the time, they're like, okay, well, you know, we're going to give you like a name duel. We're going to give you an aim duel. Maybe we've got a slight advantage on the aim duel, but still, you know, Fnatic got really good players. We see lidde. This guy can frag like a beast. cArn is still able to have like really high individual skills. So from that aspect, you know, that kind of works out for Fnatic. But I feel like it won't be that way for got a runny nose. I'm sorry. I feel like it won't be that way for Gplay. I think I feel like they're going to have a much more dominant series.
Do you,
depending on the maps, of course.
Do you feel like Fnatic change their map picks based on the team they're playing against? I mean, well, not the team they're playing against, obviously they do. I mean, the team that they have with the 2 subs. Do you think they try and pick maps that are not as bad for that almost mixed team than they would not otherwise would?
I feel like what they should have done, I guess it's really hard, but I'm not sure if Mirage was the best choice ever, because Copenhagen Wolves are good there, but at the same time...
Could have been a CPH pick.
But if you... No, surely Fnatic would never pick Nuke, right? I think that would never happen.
To be honest, with this lineup, I have no idea.
You have no idea. It's possible that they would do that, but the thing is, what I would expect... Well, they can't even really go for Dust 2, can they? Because still, even with Dust 2, like... That's much more friendly to mixes, but again, Copenhagen Wolves still going to be strong. I probably would have gone for Dust 2, actually, because everyone knows how to play Dust 2. It has changed the least of all the maps. So I probably would have gone with Dust 2 instead of Mirage. If the choice was there,
yeah.
I would have gone for that. So I'll have to see how things turn out. I mean, they're still not out of it, right? It's just 15 rounds for Copenhagen Wolves. Fnatic have 9, so just 6 more.
Yeah. Once again, guys, while we have a break here, worth pointing out, make sure you're following the channel because we are going to be doing 2 giveaways at 350k followers. The first of which is going to be the open giveaway for everybody, which is going to be an M9 Bayonet Urban Mask, a nice kind of almost snowy knife. It's like a knife that's been left in some weird dusty place and the dust has just made a permanent mark on it. And there's the play side. Oh, look at that. That's lovely. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. And at the same time, we will also be doing a sub giveaway at 350,000 followers for a lovely, delightful, minimal wear AK-47 Fire Serpent. So, oh, and while we are on the subject of giveaways, we have just done a Facebook giveaway. So if you look at the Face It Facebook, then you can win a P90 Death by Kitty, and on Twitter, you can win a Dragon King M4 once we hit 30k followers, and you can also win a StatTrak Glock Dragon Tattoo. Links are on the stream. Check them out. And I'm just going to keep pointing for a while.
Does it get weird if we both do it? I got the Julies. I got the Julies out.
No, those are your disco moves, man. That's your mating dance.
I have a mating dance.
Yes, you do, and it goes like this.
How have you seen my mating dance, James? Because this is the next question that follows after that.
No, I'm just lying. I haven't seen any.
Yeah, you better you better say that, because otherwise it gets weird. All right, we're pretty good at getting weird on this show. I think people are getting used to that right now.
I think it's break time before this.
It's break time.
I can feel myself sinking into the floor here.
The nader's gonna get the pin is gonna get pulled right now. Let's go.
Okay, see you in a few minutes, chaps. And go.
Try to forget that you were here. Some part of me to disappear with you. My soul and all that I could afford. So only gonna fall into what you've explored.
Alright guys, welcome back here. StarSeries 12. Second map for the first best of 3 between Fnatic, minus Olofmeister, minus Crims, plus lidde, plus cArn, versus Copenhagen Wolves, plus minus no one. It's the full lineup. It's the full Monty.
Plus and minus nobody. Carol Vorderman not needed. We should be resuming with the match soon.
I wonder if like the did that like does Countdown like a non-UK show? Do other people know?
I doubt
this
any. I reckon probably less than 100 people watching know who Carol Vorderman is.
Yeah, I know, right? But that's the funny thing, because in the UK she's like really famous. But
You can look her up on YouTube.
yeah, she's just a chick who counts, and that's what she does. She does math on a
She does
TV.
math.
On a
She has a
TV
whiteboard.
show.
She has a marker. She does maths, mathematics. She makes numbers.
I think after that she does some exercise videos or something. She diversified like most celebrities do.
When is your exercise video coming out, Dan?
Hey, I need to go
You
there.
could actually do one, though, couldn't you?
Maybe.
Dan does the Rari workout
The Rari.
before he comes to the studio.
Rari workout. Again, there's more references people just don't understand.
Hey man, this is the internet. There are references for days.
Yeah, that's true.
All you've got to do is Google.
Google it.
Get your Google device out.
Google it with Michael Bublé, right?
Google it with Michael Bublé.
All right. So we have to like we went back, but like the game has not started yet, but it should.
We were lied to.
I know we
We're
always.
just constantly lied to. We're good to go, guys, and we're just sitting here like, okay, great. Let's feel some air.
Why are you pulling out the butterfly comb again?
I've got to do something, right?
Yeah.
What else are we gonna do? There's nothing else. Like, what else do we do?
We need more props. We need a second wheel, please.
Dan had the idea to spin 2 wheels at the same
But
time.
then we got 2
That's
casters.
like Pandora's box, Dan. We can't do that.
2
That's
casters,
insanity.
2 wheels.
They'll catch fire. And we know what you like with fire.
Great.
Dan likes to make fires in studios. This is your whole idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is the whole plan all along.
Mine will be the wheel of
We
fire.
have a straight A-rush. Speaking of fire, it's going to be baptism by fire. They try to push the A site, and it's going to be a complete
Alright, guys.
and that's the end of the game.
That's good.
Okay.
That's
Well, where do we go from here then? Because
they just ended the match.
Yep.
Like, we're gonna have a big break, guys, and then we're gonna end the match because they had 6 rounds to tie up the game, and their economy sucked. They're like, screw it, guys, let's go for an upper rush. Let's get this over with.
there's only so much we can really talk about in this match.
Making excuses, James. We're analysts, all right. Got to hold ourselves to higher.
Okay, here's my analysis. Fnatic played with 2 subs, and it was
And they got wrecked.
and it got wrecked. Okay, so before we go to a break again, guys, since we just came back from a break, I'll just remind you what is available. What is available for you guys at the moment? First, on Twitter, you can win a stat track Glock Dragon Tattoo. I think this might have been the first Glock I had. Skin. It's not mine. I'm still got mine. Never going to sell that one. But if you go to the tweeters, which is @FaceIt, you could win this. And also, On the tweeters, you could also win this. On the Facebooks, you could win this. If you click the follow button, then you could win this. And if you're a subscriber, then you could also win this. So, that's your lot. We've given away...
What do they have to do though? You just said if they are this, then they could win this. But you didn't say what they had to actually
on
do.
Twitter you have to retweet.
Okay.
On Facebook you have to like and share. On the stream you have to follow. So when we get over 350,000 followers, then we do a raffle. We have to do a raffle for the fire serpent and the knife, and obviously you have to make sure you follow on Twitter as well. Retweet and follow on Twitter. Follow on Twitch.
I got the giggles.
Like on Facebook.
This is too much.
And that's about it. So,
alright.
I think it's break time.
Let's go to break, guys.
The next match is Fnatic versus Gplay. And we shall be back, I suppose, in 15 minutes?
Yep.
I think we need caffeine, Dan. That's what I think we need.
Need something. Need something. Alright, guys. We'll see you right after the break. Gplay, Fnatic, here for StarSeries 12 on Face It TV.